Welcome back to Nino Kuni 2.
102
So-
Grimilkins.
102.
You can thank Pedro for that joke.
Unfortunately, like the movie 102 Dalmatians, this will be the final part because this part isn't going to make enough money.
I mean, wait, hold on. No.
Wait, they wanted to make even more if
No,
that
no.
would have been a success?
Actually, no. 102 Dalmatians was successful. They just stopped because, well, this was back when Disney knew when to stop.
Yeah.
But Jova, they were still making the bloody animated DVD sequels.
Well, 102 Dalmatians is live action. It's back when their live action stuff had more of a soul than
So
it
they
does
did make
nowadays.
101 Dalmatians too.
Yeah, that was...
To be honest, with the one around Dalmatian, in the way Disney handled it, both live action and animated, was a bit confusing.
You want to know what's weird? You
franchised it.
Yeah, you want to know what's weird? 101 Dalmatians 2 feels like a prequel to 102 Dalmatians. I kid you not.
I can actually attest you to one other thing, Jova. Guess what? At least for my country, there was an actual, kids' storybook with illustration adapted from 102 Dalmatians, but using the art style of the cartoon animated version.
Oh, yeah.
How confusing is that?
We had that over here, too. It was weird. Very weird. The only thing that was different was that Glenn Close's Crow developed a bit different.
When it comes to creating a Gizmo Supremo party member for yourself, I recommend leveling up in its entirety the boil bombs and the black holes. Why? Because the boil bombs not only freeze the enemies, like I've shown you before, but the black holes are incredibly useful in the SCWRM slug when you have to defeat a shit ton of enemies all at once. Because basically the black hole pulls all the enemies in the area towards the place where you put the black hole, and will allow you to basically whack at all those enemies at the same time.
It's the gravity spell from Kingdom Hearts 2, basically.
Again, in order to beat the SCWRM slug, grinding will not save you alone. You have to make clever use of the game's mechanics.
Sorry.
Alright. I have 5 points left. I guess wearable repair. I don't typically use wearable repair, but since I have leftover points, might as well. And pure genius, why not? Basically,
Pure genius!
It makes wearable repairs more effective. And dispersing poisonous mist heals MP. So basically, so this is also useful when you're trying to get the golden trophy of beating the Lost Lord in hard mode, because he uses poison mist. But thanks to the wearable repairs, super genius ability, it makes a lot easier to get to that.
Wily Coyote, super genius. I like the way that sounds. Wily Coyote, super genius.
Okay, I think Jova somehow programmed the bloody control panel that the sound control panels. He put one in his brain and repeats quotes ad nauseum.
Well, actually, that's the way
that's
the way the quote goes.
That's the way the quote. That's actually the way the quote goes. Actually.
Boy, we really need to
educate. Did they just cram all his lines into one?
No, it's because Mel Blanc is awesome, and the more he speaks, the better.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's a great leader.
Considering that the Roadrunner and Wily Coyote cartoon verged on basically being silent slapstick comedies.
Well, that was later too. That particular cartoon that Jova was referencing was actually one of the first appearances of. It was just only later when the Roadrunner cartoons became like this big hit that they decided to stick Coyote only in those, because it became his popular perception of the character. Even though he can speak, Chuck Jones decided, okay, fine, people like it this way, we'll keep him with the Roadrunner.
There was actually an origin cartoon where basically it turns out that Wily Coyote has taken a vow of silence from his dad. He won't speak until he catches that Roadrunner.
Damn.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
As for the Wizard's Companion, how should you power up? Because
I recommend definitely getting the strength strengtheners, and also the Magician's Apprentice ones that increase the spell stringers, because the spell stringers can be incredibly useful in certain bits of the SCWRM slog. Basically,
Go on.
Basically, if you're fighting an enemy that has a lot of HP, sometimes it might be more productive to throw a lot of spell strings instead of just strengthening your main spell, because you'll do more damage in the long run rather than just try to buff up your main spell. Again, you have to experiment, try different things, and see what works best in each situation. Again, the only way to platinum this expansion is to master these mechanics and know when to use what. Go ahead.
If I recall correctly, the passive perks that are in the skill tree here are tied to make you more invulnerable while you're casting. But if I recall correctly, they're not completely useful compared to the other methods.
They work better because it allows you to take less damage, but yeah, you still need to be careful where you reposition. Fortunately, a lot of the tougher Sim slogs are battles against just one monster, so it becomes relatively easy to pick a good spot to start the casting. Go ahead, what you were saying.
Oh, Evan.
What?
I got good news and bad news, man.
What is it?
Good news is we finally managed to finish making that pork pie factory I always wanted.
Oh boy, why do I have a bad idea? I can tell what the bad news is going to be.
Alright, so...
Bloody
actually.
Bracken and Tardy ate everything in it.
Oh, hold on.
Wow.
There's something shiny.
Bother about that.
This thing is shiny. Clearly it's important.
Evan, man, I'm sensing something funny over by you. Give the spell the conductor taught you ago.
What was it called again? Materialize. Here we go. Ha!
No, you blew us up. Oh,
No, I didn't. We're fine.
I wonder who could this be?
Evan, what was going through your mind just then?
Huh.
This must be the key the conductor mentioned. What is this, his old girlfriend or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, concerning those glasses, I wonder who it is.
That ain't a key, man. It's a picture. Yeah, and there I was expecting something proper exciting.
Wait, this must be Bodley, what she looked like when she was actually viewable.
Actually, no. She's clearly a human, and Bodley is a dog. So...
Are we sure Bodley? Are we sure that's not just the age that mutated her?
No. She's a pug.
Who knows? Maybe
right? Yeah, totally.
In one of the memory lane places. Let's get back to old Conductor Pants and see what he has to say, shall we?
Pants.
Lofty likes his funny nicknames.
Yeah, you see, we fairies like making up nicknames. Like I call Evan King Pants. I call Tiny Brat Pants.
I thought you called her Girly Pants.
They're both the same.
Right then.
Same person, different name. Yes, this is it. The key we've been looking for. This will open a door for sure.
How exactly do you open a door with a picture, man?
It's magical. The formula is taken due to memories gathered in a place where it was found. That tells us it has some special meaning. We simply have to find out what.
It's a girl, man.
Yeah, it's
And the best way
probably
to find out
what's
will
her
be to
name.
See what lies beyond the door it opens. So throw it wide.
Eh,
Step inside and find the high Higgledy that
You know,
waits within.
it's probably Muriel in her youth anyway.
You know, Pedro, considering
Finster from Recess.
considering the music box theme, which particular music box theme that I know it's also, was also from the first game, but with this particular setting, the Dream and all, kind of gives me a Bloodborne vibe.
Oh yeah, I see it. I hope we can find the special Higgledy in there.
Of course you will. If you ever feel stuck, you can always pop back here. So don't fret. Just stop. Yeah, basically, at every point doing these memory lanes, you can always get to the conductor and ask him to transport you back so you can continue later if you want. Now off you go. It's time for you to take a trip through a wonderful muddle of memories.
Yay.
A lot of people tend to regret memories.
Alright, class. Today is Backstory with Professor Hino. So, today we are covering Auntie Martha.
Yeah, just like I thought. It's Muriel.
Martha Muriel.
I just call her Muriel because Marfa arose by another name. Oh, she was quite the looker back in her day. And taller, too.
Classic Japanese trope, Jova.
She was much taller, too.
She sure is a lot of higgledies with her. Could one of them be the one we're looking for?
Turns out she's the Higgledy.
I thought it, Roland.
Hey.
I like the look of you lot. Yeah, you're tough, though you might not seem it to the untrained eye.
Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you very much. What about Evan?
You can handle higgledies too, can't you? I can tell. Not beyond anything but a basic level, but hey, we all have to start somewhere. Right?
Forgive Lofty, has something of an inferiority complex.
I've met Roland. He had a hard time handling his budget, never mind bloody higgledies.
The wyverns around these parts have been causing all kinds of bother lately. Let's give me a hand getting rid of the blighters.
Sure. Well, we're only really here looking for high higgledies, and we don't even know who you are. Oh, like that stopped you before.
For once, Evan actually not accept immediately.
Oh, I'm Marfa, or Little Miss Marfa, as everybody around here knows me.
Little.
She had quite the wardrobe change later on.
Oh, don't Jova say it.
Martha!
Why did you say that?
That's right, anyway. I'm off to wall up these wyverns. Bye.
Whoosh.
Oh, bye then, man.
What?
Well, at least, unlike Bodley, she had the sense to know that she was aging.
Oi, you don't reckon that Martha was our Martha, do you? Nah, man, she was never that young, surely.
Old people are
Lofty,
never young.
Lofty, we need to have a talk about how life works one of these days.
Well, we're in a memory lane, right? Could be that somebody's memories of Martha from way back.
It's possible.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's
It
just my
wouldn't be-
mind trying to cope with all this shit.
We didn't get to ask her properly about the High Higgledy, did we? Unless it turns out she is the High Higgledy!
That's what I said earlier.
No, Joe, this is not Super Paper Mario.
Alright.
Okay, Evan, I got it. Upon meeting her, we should immediately ask her straight away whether she knows who the High Higgledy is.
Okay,
Makes
so
sense.
basically, here's how the memory lanes work. Forgot the thing, we also get to see various people from the time that we're exploring in these memory lanes. Specifically this person. Let's see who it is. Go ahead, Jova.
I can't believe little Miss Martha is going to take on those wyverns. She's going to get herself killed.
Leander, please.
Basically, through the various memory NPCs that we see throughout these memory lanes, we get perspective on what exactly was the context of the specific time that we're looking into. Basically,
Okay, so that's another.
it's not time travel. It's just that we're dreaming about an event that happened a long time in the past.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
Too.
The Orb is too busy fighting over kingdoms to do anything about these wyverns. Little Miss Martha's our only hope.
Help
Considering
me on Martha.
Right then.
Martha was the only one of this particular group of people that had higgledies, aka the only an actual means of defending herself. So she has to do it basically.
Considering the only kingdom nearby was where she was living was Ding Dong Dell, yeah, that also tells that back then it was already in a it was already in a turbulent state.
Well, we don't know how Ding Dong Dell was during Martha's youth.
Well, we
actually.
got a glimpse of that by now. The NPC just told us that the army was too busy in order to before they could actually repel the wyverns, which in itself tells us that they're too busy with something else.
It implies maybe a war, maybe something, but it could mean different things. I mean, but whatever. It's not important for right now.
True, just food for thought, nothing more.
Sure. All right, let's see. Ooh, treasure.
Yes, structure-wise, we're not dissimilar from the temple dungeon that you found on the war map, or the floors on the labyrinths.
I've forgotten if I've asked this before, but are there any mimic treasure chests?
In this game, no.
Surprisingly, no.
No, Hino was saving those for the snack world, because in snack world, Dwebs, the main characters kill mimics inside their treasure chests.
Honestly, unless there are in some of the games that I didn't check out, like Fantasy Life, I'm pretty sure Level 5 has kept doing mimics since Rogue Galaxy.
No. All right. Well, mimics are annoying, so I can
I know,
understand.
I know.
So, I mean, okay.
Or can this one?
Clips. Go ahead.
Arr, them wyverns be doing as they please. Now there ain't no air raiders to stop the scurvy lizards. Folks had more need of us ruffians than they realized, it seems. Who the bloody hell's walking into me?
Interesting. So
I don't
even
know,
Seriously,
this
we
one
had
looks
what the hell
interesting
do
to
you
me.
do? That's twice you've done this now.
interesting.
They all do it.
So even the
They all do it, Twibs.
So they had their a bloody ghost fetish.
that would explain a lot. Anyway, it's weird. It seems like even back then, something was so bad that even the pirates were being asked for help.
Well, Jova, remember what they said a couple of parts ago? Now we're about to see the Sky Pirates in a less, sympathetic way.
Well, I know, but I mean, we're already getting
These
something
words,
hinting
well,
that
I
the
would be
pirates were asked
warrior.
for help.
Big things
Interesting.
fly ready to take to the air and cut their foes to shreds or whatever.
A big monster, kill it. Anyway,
That's why you don't walk off the ledge.
don't worry.
No,
Really?
don't worry. There are invisible
Yeah,
walls
wyverns,
keeping me from.
Yeah, even the bosses are themed after what's going on. At least the first couple of
There
ones.
you go, Chelsea. Dialogue.
Yeah,
Yes.
at least the first couple of ones, because the final boss for each of these memory lanes that you visit is always a nightmare.
Yeah.
The menace Marfa. Cute.
But,
Yeah, in this case, it's almost endless spawning of wyverns.
yeah, again, like Theo just implied, yeah, when we first met the Sky Pirates in Chapter 2, while not like complete irredeemable assholes, Batu was still running them like with the he was actually willing to kill people if he but again, like
Well,
we
no.
didn't know
I mean, not just that, but I've also noticed that even back then, apparently, something was desperate enough for them to bring the pirates in, I'm guessing, with this wyvern attack.
we're about to learn the whole story. So.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, don't worry,
Like I
Evan.
said.
I can
course,
take
of
care
course.
of these. I can take care of these dragons by turning into one.
You don't really do that often these days, though.
It boils down to this. If you're only interested in getting one expansion, it depends on what you're more interested in. If you're more interested in cool, awesome gameplay, get the Lost Lord expansion. If you're more interested in story, get this one.
Bang.
I bought the prison edition with the season pass, so I have both of them
Ow.
Ow.
That
Just when you're about
hurts!
to crash the hard though, you get whacked from behind.
Exactly. So basically, yeah, like you just saw. Basically, whenever I use the Wizard's Companion, yeah, I start casting, and there you go. There you go. See, the blue icon is a strength spell. Sorry, the purple icon is the spell spender 3. So basically, and you can also use the spell stringer. However, those X's, of course, are a missed chance. So basically, using the Wizard's Companion is all about paying close attention. Not just timing, the paying close attention to the symbols and picking what's the best choice in that specific moment, because it all depends on what kind of strategy you have. Like, for example, let's say, you're looking for a spell stringer, but there's no spell stringers that showed up in the 4 possible ones. Okay, fine, I guess I'll go with spell stringer 3. Like, so it's all about quick thinking and looking very well at the...
Alright, guys, you go
Well,
off
that's
and
bullshit.
fight the
We got
enemy.
them beat. Come on.
You go off and fight the enemy. I'll worry about getting all the loot.
Sure, whatever, Lofty.
We also, as you can see, we also got a shit ton of items by fighting in these things.
I actually think, I remember the story of the brave king who let his minions fight while he ran around collecting all the health.
Except the king is also fighting, though.
He's just running around getting stuff, leaving his enemies.
To be honest, he was doing more than Roland, considering he, like, from that before seeing the wyverns in the distance. But
Alright, let's see if we can catch up to Marfa.
Yeah, I think we've made all the BVS jokes.
Yeah.
We've
Made it
actually
this
only
far,
really
did you?
done one.
I was right about you being tough then.
Alright, Martha, where's the bloody thingy that we were looking for?
You forgot, didn't you? I wouldn't say that. We're used to fighting wyverns, I
Oh,
suppose.
the high higgledy.
Well, that's music to my ears. With your help, we'll have the filthy lizards exterminated sooner rather than later.
Did you just say the yell word?
Of course, she's a feisty one, this one, eh? Who the hell do you think she is? A Dalek? Exterminate!
Keeping the peace around here
exterminate.
takes more than a courtesy and a kind word, you know. Right, come on. Time to wipe them out once and for all.
How exactly do you expect to do that?
With my higgledies.
Right.
Don't
Well, you're
leave a
gonna
single...
blind them with how much...
Jesus Christ.
Well, Jova, if she has a higgledy with the higgledy Sira ability, yeah, she can probably do that very easily.
Flip, man. She seemed a friendly sort at first, but I wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
Seriously, she's going on a cleansing purge.
Huh. This
My
gives me laughter for some reason.
My blood first needs to be
It reminds me of when we first met Auntie Martha.
Was she now? And I suppose she jumped in all heroically and saved the day, eh?
In the meantime, in the
Something
background,
like
there
that. It was
Always
the first
explain to
time
the
Rowan and I
average,
ever met a
yeah.
Higgledy. It was before you were born.
I was around, sort of.
Actually, he wasn't born in that one thing. We'll explain
Well,
this
now.
story later.
So it was wyverns that brought you two together, was it?
I've never really thought about it like that. So technically, if it weren't for wyverns, then we would have never met her, and oh crap, we're about to cause a time paradox.
Thankfully, no, don't worry. Remember, this is not like time travel. Probably it's just like viewing a photograph.
Pardon me, guys. Thank you very much.
We're watching memories, and it's a term memory line.
Which
Yeah.
means something has to happen for her to abandon wanting to exterminate all the wyverns.
You know, funny story. I mean, you mentioned the word memories a lot. There actually is a song called Memories in the Cats musical.
Well, yeah,
That doesn't surprise me.
Well, there's Memories is the name of the end credits song from Time and Eternity. Again, it's a very common word for...
Yeah.
Dibs.
Did you see that? She looked so sweet and innocent, but then she just pointed her finger and said that wyvern's flying.
Huh, she
What's
makes
that?
it look easy.
She's fighting with higgledies? Sorry, I hadn't got the focus what you're on about.
Ah, whatever, you're a memory inside of a memory anyway.
Now go away. I'm trying to pretend I'm drinking my iron brew.
Right,
pretending
it's
what?
okay. You don't even exist
Iron brew
anyway.
is a fizzy pop drink.
That's made in
Uh-huh.
Scotland.
Okay. Wind Whipper.
Unfortunately, since he's a ghost, he can't drink it, so we have to imagine it.
Could
Oh,
be
not
like,
ghost, it's a memory, but yeah.
yeah,
sure.
Well,
could be like
Ghost
Sir Dan at the end of
memory.
Evil. He drinks everything, but he can't because he's dead.
yeah, it's like Captain America not being able to get drunk, but worse.
Alright, I forgot to talk to this wyvern, so...
Yep,
Dibs,
an NPC.
you usually put these wyverns...
Run, pets, big skins, or we'll slay you.
Never mind, we've
Yeah,
just souped
good
in
job
on
the
that
rest of your
one.
hordes so far.
Oh, lovely. Alright, it seems like we're done now. Okay, so basically...
Attack them from behind.
Okay.
Why?
Again, to get the most out, the most context out of these memory lanes, yeah, they'll definitely be sure to talk to all the NPCs that you encounter.
Well,
if you have
no
trouble,
duh.
if you have trouble, you can always check the map because all the NPCs in every area are always marked with a blue dot on your map. So even if you can't find them for some reason, that's okay. Your map will help you.
Well, we were
Well-
attacked from behind earlier, Evan.
Fortunately, unlike Blue Dragon, the map is actually useful in this game.
Like I was saying, we were attacked from behind, so why don't we return the favor?
We really don't have a purpose, though. You know, I have to wonder, do wyverns answer to dragons, seeing as how wyverns are technically supposed to be a type of dragon?
Well, if you let me turn into it, if you don't let me turn
Well, the
into
game
a
actually
dragon,
has-
I would let you,
I'd
you
be
just
able to
can't.
answer.
I would let you, you just can't do it.
Well, the game actually does have an official term for it in the Tweaker, the reptile kind of monster. So basically, both wyverns and dragons are part of the reptile. Kind.
Species.
Whoa!
Evan, you've done this thousands of times. You should be used to it.
I know, but it's fun every time.
Fun. Every time that happens, it sounds like
Oh,
you're
by the way,
caught unaware.
by the way, fun fact too, in one of the most recent Snack World episodes, there's a treasure chest, another treasure chest mimic killing. Yeah, he knows basically trying to give people like me and Teo some catharsis for how much mimics pisses off. But and guess what? Teo? The treasure chests in that episode look exactly like the treasure chests in level 5 games as well. But basically, ever since Dragon Quest VIII, level 5 has had this thing with treasure chests always being red with yellow lines. You know?
Appeasing to the eye.
So basically, apparently there's someone in at least.
Hello.
Alice.
That was Shiroi.
Yeah. Gosh, I had no idea Granny used to be so, well, cool. I hope I can be that good at handling higgledies one day. Also, I
Wait.
forgot she was Scottish.
Yeah, Scottish accent. You know, I mean,
Just use your.
It's been a while for this.
For a second there, Evan, I thought we were going to run off the cliff.
don't worry, that will never happen to us. There are invisible walls keeping it from happening.
Oh, bloody convenient.
Says
This world is full of magic.
And now we go into the Aurora Borealis.
Yep.
Heed these words well, O would-be warrior. The winged warriors who lie ahead can manipulate light and dark energies, and I don't get to finish the bloody book. So
Yeah, I think now it's a nightmare. No, actually, no, more wyverns.
Like
Okay.
that.
Careful, everyone.
Alright, another round.
My pink skins. We only just got rid of that medicine Martha.
you know what the panic for disturbing the piece is? A knuckle sandwich.
Jesus
Now
Christ.
have at thee!
What's the warrior?
I'll punch you straight in the camera.
Knickers! This must be the purpose man.
Yeah, this is basically that's the signal that Lottie tells you where the enemy add-ons are getting added to the fight. So you need to pay attention to the flanks.
Alright, man.
Now they're
Okay,
hanging out of
I'll-
rhymes. Shoot them down!
Okay, fine, I'll just sit back here,
Ha!
occasionally order the higgledies around and let you do your thing.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
There's
And
only
a bit of a
yellow
rolling
back in here.
spin.
Don't let the monster above catch you unawares.
Right, we've started getting swarmed here.
Don't worry, Evan. I'm sure
Yeah,
I'll
these are,
transform
if you come here from the post game, like most people who already had the game and then bought the DLC later, either through the expansion or just getting the DLC alone, for this particular kind of memory lanes, you will be over leveled, meaning that encounters like these will be a complete cakewalk.
It just still,
Well,
still
yeah.
takes a bit low.
Well, in this case, because you're literally facing a horde, so.
Oh snap, he went Super Saiyan.
There's a Dragon Ball joke I can make, but I haven't seen enough of the shows.
The Dreams, I can use a quote from the. Still, I think this is the Funimation dub.
Allow-
The balls are inert.
Or better yet, you're not dealing with the average Grimoken anymore.
Sure, why not?
So what are we dealing with?
A Super Grimoken.
Yeah.
Next, you're gonna tell me that your deck is no pathetic cards.
As long as I believe in the heart of them.
Hearts don't have a heart.
That says you.
Says
There we go.
It's some stupid thing. I mean, if cards had hearts, what would happen if I ripped one? Would I be committing murder?
Lofty, it's
What
a
the-
Lofty, it's a metaphor for crying in the bucket.
The metaphors don't have to make sense, man.
It does.
I don't bloody get it.
Oh, hey, Martha.
Hey.
Alright, the dweebs, you'll be the replacement.
Oh, it's you. So you didn't get your heads torn off yet, then?
Oh, we're way too tough for that. Martha, are you hurt?
Right.
It's stupid. I'm stupid is what I am. Careless. And I won't be taking on the boss lizard like this, so... yeah, I'm one of those characters that just does the stuff off screen, and when I am shown, I'm kind of down. But you proved you can handle this. Mind doing me a favour? Can you finish what I've started? Wipe out the wyverns so we can get back to living in peace?
You want me
Jesus
to commit
Christ.
cold-blooded murder on your behalf?
But this ain't
Big,
real, man.
like a
How
genocide.
are we supposed to bring back Peach to a dreamy memory thing?
Lofty, I think we're balls deep too much into this to actually start questioning how it works.
Don't you see, Lofty? This is why we're here, to cleanse the stream of the wyverns.
Like they've been dealing with this for about a week. They can't turn back now.
The High Higgledy is hiding here, won't show itself until we've proven that we're worthy.
And you think we can do that by helping Martha, huh? Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, let's just call it
Lauren
help.
still isn't sure.
Let's just call it helping Martha
Has-
and not
has the
committing
restaurant-
cold-blooded murder.
Yeah, at this point, for this particular thing, at this point, rolling is just rolling with it. Like,
We'll do it, Martha.
By the glint in your eye, I dare say you will. I'll bet the Higgledies can't get enough of you, eh?
Oh yeah, they love me.
Well, let me teach you a little something to help you along. A few tricks I learned after a whole lot of Higgledy handling.
But you already told me. Never mind.
well, now you have
also
an
learn the Martha's Method's Marshall method from the
Okay,
equipment screen.
gotta be honest. I'll ask more Pedro once he comes back. This particular martial method I've never used, and from what I heard, it's not exactly the brightest of ones. Basically, if I recall correctly, it allows you to use your Higgledies in a slightly different manner. It depends on the number of Higgledies that you have at the moment, their types, and what they usually can do. Their stats determines the damage, of course. If I recall correctly, it's all about launching special attacks that are, again, tied to their types and numbers. But again, gotta be honest, I never practically used this one until now. I'm mostly stuck to the Ding Dong Dell, the other three, Ding Dong Dell, Wizard's Companion, and Gizmo Supremo.
I see.
I thought you said Timo Supremo for a second, that old
No,
Disney
Dweebs,
version.
not
Nah.
that. Besides
Yeah,
Dweebs, the power creep balance in League of Legends have tilted from another side a long time ago. Timo is not anymore that broken.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, this is like your finisher attack after you're done, I think.
It's like
Or
a
if you're-
spirit. It's like a spirit bomb. You've even
It's
got
called
us.
Genkidama, damn it.
Right, I'm going nowhere like this. The rest is up to you.
You know, we
that's the
could
thing with
just
this.
heal
Hold
you.
on, I'll explain.
We
go
won't
on
let you
later.
down, Martha. With the help of the tricks you taught us, probably not going to use them, we'll have those wyverns dealt with in no time.
It's a. I bet you. That's the thing. I mean, I get limitations of the DLC, but it's a shame you could actually see her doing the fight.
All right, can I
Alas.
have a time? Can I have a time, please?
Go to 35. In the meantime, maybe you
Oh,
can tell
it's
us a bit
you.
more about the Higgledy method,
You mean the Higgledy bomb thing?
martial method.
Yeah, that.
Yes. Just give me a moment. I'm at 45.
Although I think we
Okay.
got the general gist of it. Also, the conductor's there, by the way.
Yeah, again, in
Actually,
order to bring you back if you need.
Well, Dwebs, to answer you, you will not see her fight per se, but we'll get a
Oh,
little.
little Miss Martha's a real heroine.
Hold on. And go.
She taught the wyverns a lesson right enough. We'll always be safe around her.
If it helps you, Dwebs, we'll not see an animated scene of her fighting or anything like that, but we'll have a little slideshow of pictures with flashbacks that show her backstory, and we'll see, and some of them show her fighting. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Anyway, to ask you what I was asking before, and Pedro, did you actually use at least experimented with the Higgledy martial method?
I have. It's basically a little throwback to Oliver's super move in the first game, kind of.
Ah, okay.
Except you can charge it.
Yep, like I said, it's like a spirit bomb.
Yeah, except it uses Higgledies. Basically, it accumulates your Higgledies into a spirit bomb. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. And it's like it works well for when you're fighting. Go ahead, Dubs.
What's a pig skin doing here? And a little baby one with cat ears at that.
I'll have you know, I'm half pink skin.
We've no business with pipsqueaks like you. Get lost. Don't tell me Martha sent you.
Oh, yes, she did. She sent us to wallop your rear end. And I'm going to beat you black and blue just like she asked me to. But I won't kill you.
It's like Sonic, I'm gonna beat the evil out of you.
This just isn't fair. I thought I'd put a stop to our nonsense once and for all. Since when did she have an understudy? I thought I'd at least a little piece of the game with her and those stupid air raiders.
Oh, you mean the Sky
We're
Pirates?
supposed to be expanding our borders and consolidating our stranglehold on this side of territory.
We'll explain exactly how they're related, Jova. Hold on.
Not that I think for a second you can stop us.
I don't know. You sounded rather
We'll
worried back there.
soon be rid of Martha and her stupid friends once and for all. And then we can get Martha with rolling all over we rain.
I don't know. You sounded very nervous there.
Is his voice shaken? I always feel bad about smacking him silly.
Let's
Almost.
try and make it
Almost.
painless. Well, we don't have much of a choice. The High Higgledy will probably be too scared to come out until the fighting's over, so sorry, bro, you gotta take one for the team.
Do your worst. Skin. Your Higgledies won't stop you now.
Damn right they won't stop me. They're going to help me. Charge!
And look at that, the boss theme from the first game.
Ugh, sorry, that voice thing. Anyway, I'm gonna be Abby.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, Jova, at least for this set of memories, you will get a couple of more tracks from the first game, in this case, the boss theme.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I forgot that in this case, the final boss for this memory is the Wyvern Warlord, not a nightmare.
Alright. No. Well, remember too, these memory lanes are all about Martha's memories, so obviously the nightmares won't be able to specifically. The nightmares are controlling this behind the scenes, but they don't come out, at least not right now in certain.
Yeah, true.
We'll get back to those pesky nightmares later.
Sure.
I maintain, though, these memories are probably more dreams because Muriel is in
Alright.
here.
And now, okay, class. It's
I mean,
time
Alice.
for. I said class.
No. Joe was talking about most phrases.
Yeah, let's talk about a character. Is this a High Higgledy?
Bambush the
Like it,
Brave?
I
Time
think
for
he's trying to tell us
backstory.
what he was born from Martha's bravery. So he was inside her heart all along.
Bravery. Gee, that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course. What the?
It's
Okay,
a flashback. No.
Okay, class, now pay attention. This is a tale of a time when the Air Raiders, the predecessors of the Scurrilous Sky Pirates, were at the height of their power. A few unlucky children were abducted by these bloodthirsty brigands, put to work performing chores, and any other tasks their captors fought beneath them. Exactly. One of these poor mites was an orphan girl named Marfa. The raiders had plucked her from her home near Ding Dong Dell when she was still small. Despite her rotten lot in life, she refused to be cowed by the burly bullies. She stood firm in the face of countless scolding and the cruelest of punishments. How did she stay so strong? She had a secret that nobody knew.
Imaginary friends who aren't imaginary.
Pretty much.
Marfa was able to see the spirits known as Higgledies. When times were hard, she could always muddle through with her little friends to help.
Yeah, they could even strangle the fudge out of some of those air raiders.
Eventually, she plucked up all her considerable courage and decided to take one final stand against her oppressors.
You can also see the base of the Air Raiders, which is more constructed. When you actually get to the Sky Pirates, is more in ruins.
Intent on freeing herself and her fellow captives from slavery, she and her Higgledy helpers wreaked havoc on the bandits' base. And since the raiders couldn't see Higgledy's, they were destroyed by something they couldn't even see.
There you go.
Unable to see the little sprites, the Air Raiders were petrified by Marfa's strange and seemingly otherworldly power.
Oh, so it's like the good version of Beyond Two Souls. People think she has
Oh
a
God,
power,
you're
but it's
right.
actually really a ghostly presence.
Their flying machines and their spirits in tatters, they fled, never to be seen again. And thanks to brave little Marfa, the poor children were free at last. Everyone lived happily ever after.
Well, now,
Yeah.
Martha, you've had quite the fulfilling life, haven't you?
Except they didn't. So it would be lovely to be able to stay, but sorry, Shiro, we can't have that. So,
Oh.
Whatever.
Joe was the one who said it.
okay. The Air Raiders,
I know this is Hino. I know we can't have that.
the Air Raiders
Right.
had fled to every corner of the kingdom and split into countless bickering factions. But alas, they simply left the region open to another evil, the wyverns. Before long, all of their former rivals said. In that world being an oddly warlike place, the great nations were too distracted by their own unending conflicts to worry about the backwater where the wyverns lived. So any possibility on getting help from the kingdoms? Nah. Don't care.
Nah.
Her soldiers only been sent to stop them. The awful creature's reign could have been ended before it began. But alas, it was not to be.
Keep in mind, the only major kingdom in range was a king in Ondel. I'll say later.
And without anyone to protect them, the ordinary folk who resided in the wyverns' territory were condemned to live in fear.
Considering the Highlands were already disbanded at this point.
Marfa couldn't help but feel responsible, and swore to dedicate her life to ridding the land of the wyvern menace. She trained hard with her Higgledy helpers, and went on to war on behalf of the people.
All on her own.
Well, she's the only one who capable of fighting them, so...
She became the perfect Pokemon, trainer.
I would hope that
Martha,
she train
warrior
some of her
princess.
peers.
Her fresh-faced ferocity soon earned her the nickname Little Miss Marfa, and she was hailed as a hero by the many poor souls she protected.
The poor unfortunate souls.
They soon came to believe that with Marfa to fight on their behalf, the wyverns could be kept at bay, and peace maintained indefinitely. But this too was not meant to be.
Age
course.
is gonna catch up with her eventually.
Well, not just that.
In the end, Marfa had no choice but to hang up her weapon. The wyverns had been weakened a good deal thanks to all her efforts, don't get me wrong.
But age.
No,
No,
actually,
no,
not,
actually,
surprisingly
no.
not. Surprisingly not, Jova. But that wasn't why she gave it all up. No, the real reason was that she was growing less and less able to control her Higgledy friends.
Because
So
of age!
No,
No.
not because of age. Not everything is because of age. Anyway,
I didn't say everything was because of age, but this particular case.
you see, Higgledies are closely tied to the hearts of those who command them. Which means that if you become evil, Higgledies will also become evil. And Martha had given hers over almost entirely to the fury of war, gradually weakening the link that she and her Higgledies shared. Which means they ran amok and out of control.
And thus, with the times of age, it weathered.
Remember, when she befriended her Higgledies originally, it was as a friendly child who needed someone to talk to. At this point, she's basically a warrior who goes to war, kill living beings. So yeah.
So she aged in the wrong way.
So she and her army of sprites turned their backs on the fighting life and went off to live in obscurity, which is why she lives in that house.
Yeah.
Ah, right back to where she started, in a sense.
She even settled down and started a family. They all lived peacefully and quietly together, Higgledy and human, hand in hand. And despite her legendary abilities, Martha never taught her children how to fight.
What a good
And there you
they
go.
would do if they were attacked.
That's why Alice, that's why Alice never heard of any of this. And so the miraculous method with which she'd led her little army to victory again and again was lost to time, for fear of reawakening the wildness in a once ferocious heart.
Mm-hmm.
Lost to the ages!
Hello.
Hello! Gosh, did you just show me that memory, little one?
Blimey. You and Lana are a force to be reckoned with. Thanks a million for clobbering all those wyvern wallies. This also explains why the wyverns and sky pirates are constantly at war.
But now I must go. My planet needs me.
Whoever
Kind
would
of.
have thought that this was dear old Auntie Martha? Well, this was how she started out.
I knew the Higgledies would love you. You make a great team.
Oh, of course, I'm rather compatible.
We're all safer now, thanks to you. They'll be telling tales of your victory for years to come.
Yeah, about that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martha, but this was all just a tale from memory lane. None of this is happening. You're not even real. The real hero was always you, though.
Go back to sleep, go on.
To think we have Auntie Martha to thank for your being born.
Okay, hold on.
Higgledy made from my courage, eh?
Alright, I'm back.
Go on.
I never would have dreamed something so lovely could be hiding inside that silly old me. It's enough to make an old Higgledy handle a burst of pride.
Wow. Wow, she is so awesome she can change her voice.
With
Damn,
age.
Discord fucking hates me. Alright. And now it's yours. My fighting days are long gone after all. I'll be cheering you from the sidelines, my love. So just make sure that you're hunting Martha proud.
Bye.
There you go. Good morning to you.
That was easy.
We're still in the land of dreams, of course, but I just had to come and congratulate you on the daring rescue of a high Higgledy in need.
On in a day's work.
Bambush the brave.
Yeah, now that I think of it, we didn't see a single nightmare back there, did we? Just wall-to-wall flippin' wyverns.
Oh, there's your answer too. A distinct lack of nightmares is welcome news indeed. Let's hope for more of the same in the future.
They'll be
there
waiting
won't be.
for us.
Immediately after this.
So we'll be visiting more of these memory lanes in our search for high Higgledies.
Indeed you will.
It was lovely learning about Auntie Martha's past like that. But I wonder if we might have learned a little too much. Boy, you're suddenly getting
Evan,
solemn.
your youth innocence has been corrupted already too much, so go
Well,
on.
that's exactly why only those hand-picked saviors I deem entirely worthy are sent off high Higgledy hunting. We can't just have anyone learning about people's personal lives now, can we?
Nope.
You know what that means, Tawny? Don't post any of this to
There you go.
Lifebook.
Exactly what I was just said. Thanks, conductor. There you go. See? But I can trust you. I knew it from the start.
Thank you. We'll try not to let you down. Guys, don't post any of this to Leafbook.
And Tawny's doing it right now.
Of course.
Oh, and we learned some of Martha's higgledy handling techniques too. We'll be able to get along better with our little friends now, thanks to her.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. My crack squad of saviors is clearly coming along in leaps and bounds already.
Crack squad.
Yes.
It's gonna be for Crackdown 4, y'all.
Oh, God. And now that you found your first high higgledy, that means a mere 5 remain.
It should be easy.
And there we are.
And we got our first Millie manual. I'd better tell you where to find the next key, hadn't I?
I wonder whose other
yeah,
memories will
probably.
be invading.
We don't want a Blue Dragon situation where I just wander around aimlessly, right, do we? Go ahead.
Ah, really? Bit of a pain in the bum, all this key hunting stuff, isn't it?
Oh, it's hard. Do you think that all I do while you're wandering down these memory lanes is stand around waiting to bring you home again?
Yes! That's all we see you do! But I suppose you do more.
Well, think again. Traveling the length and breadth of the world, peering into people's dreams in the hope of uncovering a hint as to where the next Higgledy might be, is exhausting work. Believe you me. Last time I was going through various worlds, I happened to find a little wizard boy. I'll tell you about that some other time.
Fair enough, like.
Sorry, we didn't mean to sound impatient.
That's right. Now, please, never question me again, or else I'll have to kill you. I have
And
more
back to
vexing matters
creepy.
to consider. Not least of which being is how you come to grow so close to a kingmaker who seems to lack a link between his own soul and yours.
Well, you know, we managed. We made a pact on the stick.
You must be very fond of the boy, little one.
Eh?
How the flip did you... Who exactly are you, Buddy Boats?
That was supposed to be in it. That's only what he writes in his secret diary.
Why, I'm the conductor. No more, no less.
How do I know you're not me from an alternate dimension?
Sorry, Evan, but we already I'm the soulmate of a different Kuni protagonist.
Yes, but what if he is also an alternate dimension version of me?
Sorry, Evan, but only two soulmates, only two people share a soul link, not three.
Oh, wait, no. You're alternate dimensional counterparts, but you don't necessarily share the same soul link.
Well, Joe, we've been told in not just in the games but also in the movie that it works like this. Like each
Well,
person...
I get that, but let's not forget Oliver's soul link was Shadar, so that would mean that there are 3 soul links then.
And there's also the
He's
thing,
also soul
Joe,
linked to this
that the
guy.
conductor supposedly is an Oliver version of Oliver, but was never born, theoretically.
Exactly.
That's
It's what gives us kingmakers our amazing powers. That's
If-
why we
if
go
not-
back to our credos.
The bottom line, Joe, but this is incredibly fucked up.
Yes. Go ahead.
gosh, I never knew that. And now you
Basically,
do
Joe,
know.
the conductor and Oliver are not soulmates. They're not linked by because Oliver is linked to Shadar. So the conductor, being the Oliver of his own world, dying and becoming whatever the hell he is now.
Well, yeah, that was
and-
exactly
and-
my point. Is like, well, obviously the conductor and Oliver are not soulmates.
Anyway, go to what I told you and cast Materialize, like you did before.
Right.
Yeah,
think-
as you complete all the various memory links, you also get little manuals to help you make even stronger equipment. And watch the brave as decided to join you in an adventure. Blah, blah, blah. Go
The
ahead.
Saga of
You
the
were saying, Joe?
Saviors.
If I
Yeah.
recall correctly,
But yeah.
if I saw correctly from the hint, the next one to get to the psychiatric section should be Leander.
I think so. Yes.
To answer your
Okay.
question, Pedro, yeah, that was pretty much my point. Is like, well, Oliver and the conductor are definitely not soulmates because, you know, Oliver already had his old soul link stuff and every now and then. It's like the conductor is literally just an alternate counterpart version of him.
All right, class. I hope you're all. I hope we're all straightened out when it comes to Martha's tragic backstory. So,
Tragic.
class is over. Well, kind of, not really, but well, there's tragic elements to it. So yeah, okay, everybody, class dismissed. We'll return here tomorrow so we can cover Leander. So class dismissed.
See ya.
The end is
See ya.
yeah.